All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of Smash or Pass, an intellectual conversation about America's first ladies. I'm your host, Fenris. I'm joined here by Effen McGowan.
Hello.
And my buddy, Otis Timlin.
How are we, everyone?
All right, we're going to get right back into it, and we're going to start with our next first lady, Lucy Hayes. She was married to old Rutherford back in 1852. They had 8 children. Only five of them grew to be adults, 3 infant deaths. She was known for, she started the Easter egg roll White House tradition, which they still do today. She was part of the temperance movement, which was the anti-alcohol movement, and a devout Methodist. So there was no booze in the White House. She was known as Lemonade Lucy because, no booze. And it was always said that she wasn't the one who banned the booze. It was actually Rutherford, but she has the pussy, so you know how that goes. All right, so we're going to start with you, Otis. Lucy Hayes, smash or pass?
Young Lucy. How young is young Lucy?
It's hard to tell.
Young enough to not have breasts.
Hey, listen, man. Come on.
You didn't see that, did you?
You're making it weird.
You didn't see that, did you?
You're making it weird. Young Lucy is an absolute smash. Old Lucy is also a smash.
Oof, and for the no alcohol, too.
Oh, well, I mean, so obviously.
Fenris likes to take in the historical,
Yeah, I mean, listen,
I learned this from the last 3.
You're allowed to judge it however you want.
Yeah, but I feel like the holistic, first of all, no. I'm a no, and I'm a no. No boobies. I'm a booby guy, right? And the viewers, look at that.
Maybe they fill in.
No good. They better fill in a lot, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm out.
I mean, you can't get drunk and fuck her, but maybe you can get coked up and fuck her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
If you give me a time machine and a bag of coke, I'd fucking smash both.
Okay, fair.
I wouldn't even need it either. Where's her grave?
She didn't change her hairstyle. Her hairstyle stayed the same.
Yeah, I love that hairstyle.
It's like a Star Wars Leia thing going on.
Yeah, it's like that and George Washington minus the rolls.
If you jizzed on it, it looked like a
just need boobies.
Roll.
I just need boobies. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, there we go. Let's move on to our next first lady, Lucille Garfield. Bring her up, Mike. All right. She was married to James Garfield in 1858. She was a very cordial first lady, but not super big into the role. They had 5 children together, Effen McGowan.
Wow.
All of those kids lived to be in their 70s.
Whoa.
All born in the 1800s, all died in the 1900s. So there you go. There's the...
good genes.
There's the oddball. Garfield, he's not good at taking bullets, but he's good at busting nuts.
Yeah, he's very potent.
All right, Otis, I'm going to start with you. Smash or pass?
Well, the young one is a pass for me. I do not like her demeanor whatsoever. And no, she's hideous. I mean, you look at that, there's a fork in the road on her head.
Not good.
That's a sad thing to see. And then the old one, dear God. Do women over 50 even get counted in the census? And should they?
Yeah, they definitely shouldn't be allowed to vote.
I got to stick with the no boobie factor on the left. What happened with boobies back in the White House? Hats off to a cool first name, though, Lucretia. Really dig that. It's a pass on both. The second one looks like right out of Handmaid's Tale. Just ready to fucking kill me.
Mike,
I'm out.
Did you ever hear that song Lucretia did with Missy Elliott in 2002?
No, I did not, but I like the name still.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Missy Elliott singing about her?
I bet she has strong opinion.
And your fucking fork in your haircut.
Missy Elliott, if you're Missy Elliott, you could get a fucking scholarship to any college in America right now.
But I'm going to say she looks like a miserable twat. I'll give it a pass.
All right.
All right. Let's move on to our next lady, Ellen Arthur.
Ooh.
All right. So she met Chester A. back in 1956. They were married in 1959. They had 3 children. 2 lived to adulthood. 1 died at 3.
Wait, 1859.
Oh, whatever. I read it wrong in my book. 1859. We'll edit that out. Probably not. She was the daughter of a famous naval officer. Her and old Chester A. had a rough marriage during the Civil War as her family fought for the South, and he was not down with that. She died in 1880 before the election. She never got to see her husband elected as vice president or become president. So he never remarried, and he actually had a portrait of her in the White House, and every day he would have fresh flowers put in front of it, so he loved his lady. And eventually his Chester's sister, Mary Arthur, took over performing the White House duties. So Mike Effen McKinley.
Oh, I know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
A lot of them would have their nieces or daughters just do the hosting duties. It wasn't a weird thing. We're gonna get to the weird.
No, I'm gonna make it weird. No, I'm in on number 1, even though the boobies look like an A, barely. I'm in on number 2. The color. I like the color.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, what do you got?
You don't know if they had tits back then because they always wore these fucking.
Yeah, I know,
potato
but like,
hats.
yeah,
They didn't have city shirts back.
They're just like
I
pirates.
feel like in the last few sets they did have some boobies. It's really jumping out at me.
Well, back then that's what a woman was. Like, you know what I mean? It was a different idea of a woman. They're all based off
Dead babies and no boobies.
like ideal. You know what I mean? It's the advertisement of the time. The Civil War. There, everybody's starving.
So what do you got?
It's a no for both.
Oh, really?
And look at how different her face is in the second one.
Yeah, it doesn't look the same.
It's like you fucking smacked her.
Bad artist
Like
on the right.
to the point that she lapsed. Her jaw just went down.
Yeah, I would hang a picture of her in my room and never jerk off to it. That is a pass for me.
You'd even consider celibacy.
This is a bad set. All right.
All right, moving
Oh
right
my
along.
god.
Let's get to Frances Cleveland. Okay, so Grover met old Frances when she was just an infant, and he was 27. His whole life he was known as old Uncle Grover until her father died when she was 11, and Grover became her legal guardian.
Oof.
They were married in the White House when she was only 21, and that was the very first presidential wedding in the White House. She was obviously the youngest first lady ever. She's the second biggest age gap between president and first lady at 27 years. John Tyler and his second wife was 30 at number 1. They had 5 kids. 1 lived to be 13. 1 lived to be in the 70s. 2 of them lived in the 80s, and 1 lived into their 90s. She was an enthusiastic young lady, as 21-year-old ladies usually are, and planned several events a week. When old Uncle Groomer died in 1908, she was remarried in 1950. And when she died, she was actually buried next to old Uncle Grover.
Did you say Uncle Grover or Uncle Groomer?
I said both because, let's be honest.
I just wanted to make sure people picked up. You glossed over a really good joke that I don't think people heard, but that was amazing.
Well, it's called subtlety. It's called subtlety. Sometimes you like to let some things in there.
Okay, Otis, let's start with you. Frances Cleveland.
Uh,
Smash or pass?
I'm going to say no and no. This whole situation is weird. She planned several events a week. They were probably all, well, maybe we should do this, and then maybe she should do that. Like, that was just a woman joke.
That was the job of the first lady.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah, she's got a weird face, and Grover probably fucked her up horribly. So, a no for both. Yeah,
I'm a no on the left, but the corset on the right, it's just doing something for me. I don't know what it is, but so I'm a no. Yes, I'm a yes on the older.
She definitely can't breathe in that second.
No doubt, it's gotta hurt.
No, if I'm in my 50s and my president and I'm banging a hot 21-year-old girl who's my unofficial niece, that is Smash City.
Shit, you're right. I took that for granted.
Grover Cleveland was the fucking man.
The groomer.
The groomer groomed her hard. I'm game.
I'm still a no. I'm still a no on Cleveland.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you should have gotten your dick wet when you had the chance. Our next one is Caroline Harrison. She married Benjamin in 1853. She graduated from the Oxford Female Institute with a degree in music and went on to be a music teacher. She hosted lots of events and charities in the White House and very much was into the First Lady role. She actually lobbied Congress to get electrical wiring in the White House, so that was a big update. She's the one who started the big White House Christmas tree tradition that they do every year.
There you go.
She started a historical society called the Daughters of the American Revolution, where they would save shit and whatnot. They had 2 children. She died in 1892 of tuberculosis while she was the first lady, and one of her daughters took over the role of hosting things. So then later, 4 years later, old Benji, he got remarried to his niece, who was also 30 years younger than him, and both of his children refused to attend that wedding as they were older than that kid.
And also related.
Also related. So,
but who's pictured?
That's his wife.
Okay.
Dad, I refuse
the
to
niece
go.
was after
doesn't
he was
count.
out of the White House, so we're not counting.
I'd like to see her.
Well, we'll do a...
Okay, next
I
time.
refuse to go to the wedding of someone that I once sat at the children's table with.
Ah,
Dad,
good
I'm
call.
sorry. I won't call her mom.
All right. Mike Effen McGowan. What do we think about
you know what?
Caroline?
I was when I saw the right, I was like out, but now I'm looking at the left. I like the furry little raccoon hat going on to match the dress. So very.
That's not her hair.
Daniel Boone. I'm in on the left. I am obviously horrifically out on the right, and I don't like curly hair. Do a lot of girls have curly hair? You don't see a lot of curly hair.
It looks like hair. It looks like a pube
It
bird.
does. It's really bad.
It's like
really
Daryl
bad.
Hammond.
I think we have our winner of the ugliest first lady ever.
I don't know.
Right.
There have been some truly hideous women.
All right, well, she's got my vote.
She just looks plain as young. I mean, old. You can only
Look at the baggy eyes, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Horrible.
Maybe she was a party whore.
Yeah,
You
but
never
some
know.
of these women, the old photo of them, they're like 38. This one, she's 138.
With tuberculosis.
With tuberculosis.
All right, well, don't give me an erection.
All right, moving along. To
Wait,
our-
Otis didn't hit it. You didn't say it, did you?
It's a no for both, obviously.
Fenris, you didn't go either, Fenris.
I said no.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, our final first lady of this episode,
Oh, my
Ida McKinley. And this is a sad one. When she was young, she worked in her father's bank, which was a super rare thing. A lady counting money, go figure. She met William in 1867, and they were married in 1871. They had 2 daughters. One died very young, only a few months in, and the other died when it was 4. This caused her to have a nervous breakdown. She developed epileptic seizures. She was invalid. She was chronically ill. The doctor prescribed her opium tincture, so she was fucked up half the time. So we're going to give Jeannie Hobart a shout-out. She was the first lady of the vice president. She took over a lot of the duties, so that's probably the only shout-out she's going to get this century. So during state events, Ida would sit next to her husband, which was a rare thing, just so he could kind of watch over her and make sure she was okay. At events, she would always hold a bouquet of flowers so nobody would try and shake her hands because she was just really fucked up. Her sickness was kept a secret the whole time. So when William McKinley was shot, one of the things he said to his secretary right away was, "Please tell Ida to be careful. He loved his lady even though she was fucking horrible." After he died, she went to live with her sister. She visited her husband and daughter's grave every day until she died and was buried next to them. So, Ida McKinley, Otis, what do we think?
Well, you know what they say, behind every heroin addict woman is a pathetic simp guy. And
They do say that.
like, why? Oh my God, she's a dog. She is a dog. Why would you put up with her, especially if she's on horse? With that being said, it's a pass for the young, or I mean, a smash for the young and a pass for the old, and probably a smash for the corpse.
Smash for the young is fair. It's just bad. The right now has taken the lead of the ugliest first lady.
She looks
That
like
is
fucking.
it's a man, baby.
Yeah,
It's
the
a man.
Grinch, Jeffrey
At that point,
Tambor. the
And
Grinch.
look how small the head is compared to the fucking shoulders. What is going on there?
Yeah,
That
like to
old
punt
one,
it.
She's just
That
broken
is so brutal.
drug addict at that
Oh,
point.
opiate.
But that being said, she had epileptic seizures, so I bet they'd feel pretty good with my
Ooh,
dick in her.
that
So
might be, yeah.
I'm going to give it the smash.
That's a pretty good call.
It'd be
That's a
like
pretty good call.
fucking a lady
You're a
on
real
top of a
thinker.
washing
Yeah,
machine.
yeah, that's next level thinking right there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the episode 4 of Smash or Pass, an intellectual conversation on America's First Ladies. We'll see you next time.